Namaste, Hari Om. I'm sorry because of technical issues I could not come on live on time because we are not good in technology also. I'm sorry once again. Let us start this session. सहनावतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः. Welcome you all for this session on Ashtanga Yoga. We were discussing about dharana and a bit of dhyana yesterday. See, for everything, every action of yoga, or every practice of yoga, or every sadhana of yoga, we need to start from yama, which is the foundation for all other practices of yoga. Then the starting is niyama, yogasana, keeping the body intact. Then pranayama, sending the prana to each and every cell of the body and keeping it intact. Then, after knowing the purpose of life, making a distinct travel across the bridge of pratyahara, then only dharana, dhyana, samadhi is possible as antaranga yoga. Dharana, as I was telling you, it should be focused only on one subject at a time. I was also telling yesterday about mind of a child which is just born, mind of a dead person, and mind of a person who is sleeping. Right? Yesterday night, I think all of you had very nice sleep. Deep sleep. Can you now tell me, did you remember where you were sleeping during deep sleep? Did you remember whether you are a male or female? Your name, your account number, password, vehicle number, or any sort of thoughts? Any emotions? Nothing. You never knew who you were during the deep sleep state of the mind. But all these things happen unconsciously in sleep. That means we will forget our body, we will forget our mind, we will forget our intellect. But I am very sure you believe that we were there somewhere, correct? Otherwise we cannot come back as the same person next day morning or today morning. Somewhere we should be there. So But you will never know at exactly at what time you slept. You'll never know that I slept at 10 o'clock, 35 minutes, 35 seconds. No. Because it happens unconsciously. You will move yourself to that state of mind where you will forget your body and all the things attached to body and your mind and all the thoughts, emotions, feelings, judgments attached to your mind and intellect, your plans, your thoughts, projections, calculations, analysis, judgment, all those things are kept aside. Then only you can enter the beautiful deep sleep state. Otherwise you will not get sleep, right? So, we have understood what is sleep to some extent, right? Now, if we are able to go to that state of mind consciously, please remember that word, consciously, if we are able to go to that level of deep sleep state, forgetting our body, forgetting our mind, emotions, feelings, experiences, and the thoughts, projections, everything in our intellect, then we are in meditation. Because we are so much focused about whatever you have taken as dharana. That's why I told you dharana is very, very important. Mind can stay in that position for a long time in the deeper level of consciousness. In that state, there will be three things. We call it as Triputi. One is the meditator himself. The second one is object or the subject of meditation. The third, the process of meditation. These three things will be there as Triputi in case of meditation. If you are able to achieve that, whatever the meditation we make, that brings change in one's mind, intellect, when we come back. Now we will understand. Once you go to the sleep and come back, you don't see any change in your personality. But in meditation, once you go into meditation and come back, there will be a feeling of satisfaction, confidence, calmness. All these things are possible in meditation or dhyana. You will be calm and quiet. Mind will be peaceful. It doesn't expect anything from anybody. So, this is what is meditation and the benefits of meditation. There are many other things connected to that we'll be telling or discussing as we proceed. That is why generally we teach meditation as a part of pranayama. See, if you do asanas, pranayama is included. If you do pranayama properly, meditation is included. how at the end of the pranayama session, we do Nadi Shodhana pranayama, where both the nadis are balanced. When both the nostrils, nadis are balanced, you will be in a balanced state of mind. Number of thoughts will be very less. You will be more calm. So that is what is expected in meditation. Then if you see, keeping your one of the finger near both the nostrils, you will see both are balanced. See, left side, I will tell you in detail about these nadis when we take up. Left side is Ida, moon, cold, or its emotions. Right side is Surya Nadi. It's about the major part of the health. There is a right and hot. Generally, at any point of time, either left or right is dominating. You will not see always both the nostrils are balanced, except he is a yogi practicing yoga for a long time. So, once you practice these pranayama protocols, at the end, when you practice Nadi Shuddhi pranayama, your both the nostrils are balanced and your mind become calm. As I told you, calmness is the first thing of a person practicing yoga, especially practicing meditation. When all these preparations are made, naturally, necessarily, you will be in the state of meditation most of the time. Now, after dhyana, see, there is nothing much to discuss in dhyana, it's only the preparations, right from yama. Supposing I have done some mischief yesterday, which I myself don't accept, then today morning or yesterday evening, if I sit for meditation, I can't get into meditation because the mind is disturbed. So, disturbed mind can never go for meditation. The first thing we have to do is purity of the mind is most important. Purity of the mind is very, very important. See, we would have seen many people, even after retirement, even after 60, they will be more concerned about materialistic things of the world, Still they will be thinking about what type of t-shirt I can wear, what type of pant I can wear, whether it's matching with shoe or all sorts of small things. They are not realized about the ultimate truth of life, which is death. That is why beautifully in Sanatana Dharma, life is divided into four. I will tell you in detail when I take up that subject. But for the time being, Brahmacharya, Grihasthashrama, Vanaprastha and Sannyasashrama. Why it is done like that? See, during Brahmacharya, study. No other thing. Nothing should disturb you. But many of us don't do or take it seriously studies during that time. We waste our time or diverge our attention to the so many other things attracting us in the world. We lose track. So we get into problem. Next is after Brahmacharya, it is Grihasthashrama. See, in Grihastha one is expected to live with the family happily. And also it is said, only with one wife, maybe one or two children. Why? So that you can move further easily. Supposing you marry more number of women, or you get more number of children, you will be taking more time of your life to take care of them. That itself will take care of your whole life, So, do everything should be limited. One wife and 2 children is enough. Because we can give them proper attention, proper love, proper care. All these things are possible. That is why that is said, that is Grihastha. And we have to finish it. Once your first son or daughter comes to an age of where they can take the responsibility, give everything to them, relax yourself in the back seat. Because you can observe them how they are going to drive when you are there, so that even when you leave this world, they can take care of themselves. So allow them to be free. Don't be sitting till the last breath in the driver's seat itself. So what is important is, if you do everything whenever it is expected to be done, your meditation will be pure, powerful, informative, knowledgeable, with the transformation. All these things will happen only when you do everything properly. Then comes Vanaprastha. I will be telling you a little bit only. Vanaprastha, you have to leave your Grihastha. Don't be always with children, wife, all those things, because that is the time you have to give it for the society. Friends, during Brahmacharya and Grihastha, we have taken a lot from the society. But don't keep it with yourself. Give it back. That is the time for Grihastha. Vanaprastha. See, Vanaprastha means, Vana means forest, Prastha means dwelling. In good old days, they didn't want to have any disturbance for their practice or sadhana. They were going to forest. Now, during Kali Yuga, probably in the 21st century, we can do all this being in the house, but create the mind in yourself that be attached to the society, not to your family. Do everything when you are in Grihastha. I am not telling do this till no. After that, because all of us have come alone to this world. So we have to go alone. That is the ultimate truth. So once you feel whatever you are supposed to give it to the society, you have given it, then think of sannyasashram. That is, leave even that society also, concentrate on your own self. Be always merged in tapas, swadhyaya, Ishvara pranidhana. Identify which type of yoga is suitable for you, because everyone has to find out their own path, friends. Most important. You have to find out your own path. Your wife, your husband, your children, your father, mother, nobody will come. Your friend, no one will come. No one will come with you. You are alone. So that is what we have to understand in case of sannyasashram. Once if you understand that, if you are moving your mind accordingly, you are doing all that required at that point of time, your mind will be pure and there is no need for you to struggle to get into meditation. Automatically it gets into that. friends. So that is why it is always said, whatever has to be done tomorrow, do it today. Whatever has to be done today, do it now. These are all the principles given by our ancient masters, thinking all that. Say, I'll give you a small example, because I'm visiting USA quite often, or every year now, because of our university. There find they marry in a hurry, then again divorce in a hurry, again they get married, again divorce, because freedom. Okay, freedom is okay, fine, but is it going to affect my life? Please understand. You need not use whatever is given by this world, whatever is given by the God. Whatever you can take, only take so much. Whatever you can give to the world, give it back. Don't carry anything. Probably when we take up Karma Siddhanta, you will know more about this. So whatever has to be given to the society, give it. If you don't give it, you have to come back to give it back again. You want that way? It's okay. So let us give whatever I have taken in another way to the society. Then do the sadhana in sannyasa ashrama alone. I told you, you are alone. Let us remember, two things are very clear. Death is ultimate truth, and second thing is, I have come to this world alone and going back also alone. So everyone has to tread or go in their path themselves. If you understand all this, your meditation will be very good. So meditation is not an isolated object, isolated concept to do that. Be in the right path. Do whatever has to be done for the daughter, son, or anybody, wife, then keep aloof. Be with yourself, at least for some time. That is Svadhyaya. Then you will be happy to get into the mood of meditation. And meditation brings transformation. Friends, with this, probably today there is a heavy dose. Let us close it here. If there is any question, you can just text it to me. I thank all my friends who are watching it live from different countries, right from Vietnam, Mexico, USA, and other countries, and also especially India. And I request you all to spread yoga. Join hands with us, with the Yoga University of the Americas, either by taking some courses or joining us, spreading the knowledge, whatever you have, through us to the world in yoga. Let us reach so that we can make Bharat Vishwa Guru, because we are moving in that direction. If there are any question, please text me either on WhatsApp or on Facebook. So let us end the session with 3 Omkaras and Sarve Bhavantu. Slowly come to Namaskar Mudra. You can join me if you want. सर्वे भवन्तु सुखिनः सर्वे सन्तु निरामयः सर्वे भद्राणि पश्यन्तु मा कश्चित् दुःखभाग् भवेत्। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। Thank you, thank you, thank you all. Namaste. Jai Hind, Jai Karnataka.